Well, hello, folks. Hold on just a second. Don, what'd you weigh? What did you weigh? Trying to figure out a weight on this truck. Right on the money. That load, y'all didn't get to see it because my phone cut off. That load this morning weighed 89,700. Come on. Legal weight is 90,000 pounds. Now, let's see if I can do that again. I'd rather him at that weight, I'd rather him be a little light than a little heavy. But I'm bumping it. That's about as close as you can get without getting over, so it just tickles me. I switch butted. That's the reason I can get so much on him. The mill is taking it again. You gotta love it. Anyway, yeah. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. I hope y'all have a wonderful week this week. The weather around here has been kind of gloomy, but it ain't rain, so we're still working. It's a good thing. The only other thing that can make today better is if I got to take about a 2-hour nap. I could use one of them, boy. This weather right here makes you want to sleep the day away. Which I don't like doing that. I don't even take naps. Feel like I waste too much time. I don't know the last time I took a nap. I stay busy all day. I mean, once I get to laying down during the day and at night, as soon as my head hits the pillow, boys, I'm out like a light bulb. But during the day, see, some people are opposite. I mean, they'll take a nap, but some people are, they lay down at night and they go to thinking about what all they need to do, this, that, and the other. See, I don't do that. I just get what all I can get done in a day. And then whenever I lay down at night, I don't have that to worry about. I've done did all I can do. The rest of it just had to wait. My cylinder's leaking. It started leaking again after putting a new packing and a new piston in it. I kind of figured we were going to have to buy a cylinder for it, but I don't write the checks, so I don't get to choose. But hopefully it'll last this load right here at least. I really didn't need to be stacking up, but boss man ain't happy unless there's 15 loads up here, it seems like. So I don't blame him. I like stacking up wood. I do. It sure beats the alternative of not stacking it up and having to cut it up or having to process it and put it directly on the truck. Plus, if we get an extra truck, we need it sitting up here waiting on them so they're not having to wait. Because we need all the help with the trucking we can get. As y'all can tell by the pile of wood. This will be the load number 3 today. So we ain't breaking no records today. It's been a few weeks since I've been on YouTube. We've got 40 loads, something like that. But my buddy on here, Bart, well, he ain't on here, but Bart Cameron, I ain't heard from him in a while. I got to check on him. Most of the time, me and him talk about deer hunting and tiger cats and MSL haven't put a video up lately. Mountain Goat, if you're on here, I need to check on him. Which he called me the other day. Me and him, he hooked me up with a dude that had a skidder. We're just trying to decide what kind we're gonna get. And around here, the way we move wood, we got plenty of time to decide. Which when we stopped buying our own timber and we started cutting for this crew we're cutting for now, that was the condition. We can handle the timber. We can cut it all day long, no problems. You ain't got to check on us, nothing. And they don't. They don't check on us. They don't. We just needed trucks. And we still dealing with the two same trucks. Well, not the two, but still dealing with the same problems we were over a year ago. So we still needing trucks. But, and any contract hauler that is around here has got in with a logger that he likes to work with, which I can't blame him. I mean, if I got somewhere where I like to work, I wouldn't be. I mean, it had to be well worth it for me to leave, and everybody pays the same amount. I mean, it's just there's no competition in the trucks. So, but and the only reason that we haven't bought our own trucks is because then we got to deal with finding drivers for them, and most of y'all that own trucks know how finding drivers can be. Finding somebody you can trust to sit out there and run trucks up and down the road all day long, every day, it becomes a task. And then you got to have somebody, if a truck breaks down, they go out there and work on it and all that. And yes, I'm switch button this. I don't know if I told y'all, but so there's a happy medium. I mean, I don't think that there'd be anything wrong with it. If we could find one or two good truck drivers, that would give us 4 trucks. But finding them is a problem. Because if I can find 2 good truck drivers, finding 2 good trucks, then that right there would help us out a tremendous amount. But or we just need to get our CDLs and drive our own truck. Ha! That'll never happen. That's one thing I did during firewood. Now I drove up and down the roads every day in a dump truck, not a 450, not a big truck. And y'all boys, I give it to you. Y'all put up with some stuff out there on the road, 'cause that truck, no bigger than it was, I still had to deal with quite a few idiots that have no idea that, I mean, a loaded truck, that truck loaded would be close to 20,000 pounds. And I mean, it stopped it fine. I mean, it stopped pretty good, but still, you don't have the stopping of a Honda Civic or one of these Priuses. I mean, you got to have a little room, and these idiots pulling out in front of you and then turning as soon as they pull out and all that craziness. You can't do it. I mean, y'all boys can have it. My stress level will be through the roof. My stress level in this loader is through the roof most of the time. Trying to keep up with the drivers we got. Make sure they're on course. All that good stuff. I mean, it's just. But it's a man told me one time, he said, there's nothing prettier, nothing more beautiful in this world than a logging crew or a logging operation running smoothly. He said, but an O-ring can mess the whole week up. One O-ring can set one piece of equipment behind, which can set the whole week behind. if you're running that tight. I mean, as long as it ain't on this loader, this job right here can go on. One over there is hanging out of the stand a little bit. There we go. We got him back in. We wrangled him back up. So, but yeah, and he said that was the truth. A beautiful operation as long as everything's working right. This loader swinging wood and the cutter cutting trees, and which I mean it might not be beautiful to some people, but I absolutely love it. If they made a soundtrack of the sound of a saw on a cutter going through the tree and some good chipping saw size stuff, boy, I could sleep like a baby. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm probably talking y'all's ears off, but I'm just in a talkative mood today. About absolute nothing. This weekend is the Dixie Deer Classic, and I might go to it and carry my deer. I don't know. I've scored him. I mean, that's the only reason you really carry your deer up there is to score them. That's about the only reason you'd even try it. But I've scored him. I know what he scores. That they go up there. That just gives you a certification of the score on him. But if I go, I'll carry him. I don't know what all it takes to score. I don't know how long you got to be up there. None of that. So I ain't never carried a deer up there. So I might carry him just to say I've carried one up there. But I don't know. I flatten him off right here. Then I'll put the regular wood back on him. Level him off real good. Let him ride. That's one thing about it. Man, Nuts 319 been talking about it lately. That's one thing about these 384s now. Oh yeah, this model. This is '06. See, some of them are set up like the old loaders where they didn't have the electronic fuel and all that, or the electronic throttle and all that. And I don't know about them, but I know the newer ones, uh, they, they're, they're a stout loader. 'Cause this one right here with however many hours it's got on, it's got close to 20,000. It's got over 20,000, excuse me. Because the motor that was pulled out of it had about 18 on it. That was over a year ago, but or it's right there at 20,000. And this little loader right here now, she'll get down with it. She's a fast little joker. But see, just like up there, them boys up that way, they don't need nothing too fast. I mean, that hardwood, I mean, you can't go so fast with it. Down here, this pulpwood, boy, it's all about production. How fast you can get it to go, and how fast you can swing wood, and how steady you can be all day long, every day, 372 days a year. Sarcasm, I know, 365 days in a year. Unless it's a leap year. Well, so we getting him loaded now, boys. See, about the rate we got right now, I could have a processor out here and process all this wood with a processor and still keep these trucks loaded. Tiger Cat, I don't know when they come out with it, but they come out with I don't know if it's called an extreme duty, a heavy duty. I think it's a heavy duty shovel or loader. That's a bad dude. It's got like a West Coast grapple on it. It's got a 34-foot boom. It's on tracks. I mean, because it's a shovel machine. What else they got? You could set it up with a butt saw. But see, if I'm not mistaken, the reason Cotton Top and them have got John Deere's is because they got a hydraulic swing and turntable on them. I mean, a track hoe excavator turntable on them. Whereas Tiger Cats have got the knuckle boom style turntable on them, like a gearbox. I ain't 100% sure on that. Now, don't hold me to that, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the reason. Because excavator is stronger turntable system thing. I think. See, that's what I do. Whenever I'm not running a piece of equipment, I'm looking at them, trying to learn more about it. It's always logging equipment 99% of the time. I went through a mode there where I was checking out track hoes, and then I kind of got them pretty much figured out. And then once I got them kind of pretty much figured out, I had to go back to logging equipment, because logging equipment's always changing. Always somebody coming out with something new. Different setup, a different style. Something to try to make it more productive, or something to make it last longer, this, that, or the other. And I don't know how they're doing that with the DEF fluid. I don't know how well that stuff's working. I know we're all talking about going to the Richmond Logging Expo, which I'm planning on going to. I hope Wade and Pa and all them can make it, but I'm planning on going up there. It's a weekend after Mrs. Lager Brandon graduates, I do believe. Graduates. So I should be able to make it to it unless her parents plan something big or something crazy, but I don't think they're going to. So maybe, just maybe, we can make it. I hope we do. I think it's bigger than the North Carolina one, I'm pretty sure. Or quite a bit bigger. That's it, boys. That's a wrap. The day is over with. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for watching.